Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, we're going to take a little bit of time out of the middle of your fun just to do a little presentation and stuff. But first off, how about a round of applause for the great music? Thank you. We'll give folks from the other side a little opportunity to walk in. If I could have somebody on our team just take a walk through the other side and say, get your rears over into the other room so we can get him off the front of the stage, would be great. Again, I want to thank everybody who came tonight. It's really an honor to have so many great faces in the room and so many supporters and so many friends to help us celebrate this 40th anniversary. I mean, it's really hard for me to believe that I was born on the first day the food bank started. You know, we know we wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for everybody in this room, from the folks that have donated their treasures, the companies that have given to us, the folks that have donated their time to us, a great team of employees. We just know we couldn't have got it all done. We couldn't have reached the 85 counties of the state that we serve. Some of you may not know that, but we do serve 85 counties of the 105 in Kansas. We have a network of partners that help us do that. You know, over the last 4 years, we've seen plenty of challenges, right? We've seen tornadoes, we've seen floods, we've seen businesses close in small communities, we've seen layoffs, and time again, the food bank, with your help, has been able to respond to folks in their time of need. Whether it's we take water for a flood, or we take food boxes, or in coordination with a lot of other partners in the city of Wichita, we open a laid-off worker center when there's mass layoffs in the community to help those folks, because we know it would overload the already overloaded system. But we couldn't do all those things without our partners, our corporate partners, and everybody in this room. We couldn't do what it takes to make those things happen that have happened over the last 40 years. A couple I want to recognize. I always get off. I don't know why I have notes, because I always get off track. But I do want to recognize a couple people that are here tonight from our Emeritus Board. They've been supporters of the food bank for a long time. Mr. Kenny Doonan, are you here somewhere? For those of you who don't know Kenny, he's quiet and shy, and it took Kenny and I a long time to form a relationship, because he was just so shy and I was so outgoing. But thanks to him and Sue for being with us tonight. Another Emeritus Board member that's with us tonight is J.V. Lintel. J.V., are you still? There's Mr. J.V. J.V., longtime board member, took over as president of our board when things were a little rocky at the food bank and drug us all together, and has just been an avid supporter of ours, even as he's left the bank, retired years ago. But not only for us, but J.V. was a very big supporter of the city of Wichita and supported a number of organizations, and he's just a great individual, and we are certainly happy that he's a friend of the Kansas Food Bank. So thanks for J.V. and his wife for joining us tonight. I would also like to recognize current board members that are here tonight. So if you'll raise your hand, I'll go around and try to introduce. Roger Kepley, been a longtime board member for us. Don Meyergard, who has been with us a long time. Doug Jenkins in the back. Jim Sheldon, who you'll hear more about tonight. Jim's a longtime board member. Who am I missing? Somebody help me out. Judy, there's Judy back there, and Renee over here, and James. We probably should never start introducing people because we're going to miss some, but if you'd all raise your hand again, and everybody give them a round of applause. We are, our team at the food bank always say how blessed we are because we have a board. If we say, hey, we want to go do this, they say, let's go do it, right? I don't know in my 27 years that they've at least ever told us when we've come with some crazy idea like making a senior box named after Bob Dole, right? I don't think they've ever said no to us. They didn't say no to us when we said, hey, kids are going hungry on weekends. We need to put backpacks together, get them to kids so they have that backpack at school, right? They didn't say no. They didn't say, how are we going to pay for it? They said, it's something we need to do, so let's do it. And then one of the craziest things where we just built this building, that side of that wall, hadn't been in very long, and we came to the board and we said, hey, we need volunteer space, so let's raise another $5 million or whatever it was we had to raise to put in this beautiful space you're in tonight. This space you're in tonight is actually volunteer space. Trust me, we usually don't have cocktail tables set up in here. We only have the bar out there on Fridays. Most of the time there's work going on in here. So, and they said, let's do it. So we're very grateful for that. I also want to recognize, I think we have some folks with us from the city. Lily, if I get it right, Lily, is that right? And J.V. Johnson, is he still here somewhere? I want to thank them for coming tonight. I don't think I've missed anybody, but thank you so much. And then staff. If I could have all of our staff that's here tonight raise their hands, if you would. They all have a black shirt on. They all say 40. Right? I'm telling you what, and I'm just not making this up. I have the best team in this city, right? When you look at the longevity of most of our staff, it's just amazing. The only one that are short years here are the ones that just started with us, right? And we're glad that they're here. Nobody here has a designated job. Nobody here, they have a designated job, but nobody here just stays in their lanes, right? When you say we need to take a truck of water somewhere, we take it. We need somebody to run this route because somebody's sick, they do it. They come in at 3:30 in the morning and load a truck to make sure somebody in Garden City or Elkhart has food at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. That's what they do. I am blessed to get the recognition for everything the food bank does well. But these folks, every day, are working hard to making sure that we're putting fresh, nutritious food on people's tables, and give them one big round of applause. Also, I want to say thank you. There's some guys here from McConnell, if they would raise their hands for us tonight. They're helping us out, clean tables and stuff. There they are back there. Let me tell you, when we need something done, that's who we call. And most of the time, it's not to do what they're doing tonight. They come in, they pack senior boxes, or they pack heart-healthy boxes. Our staff, they love it and they dread it when they come because they work so hard and so fast. It's just crazy. But they're great to have here, so thank them. All right, so food is a basic need that no one can deny. For seniors choosing, I've mentioned this earlier, paying for medicine and buying food, children needing food for kids packets. That's what we've done over the last 40 years. But we know that that's not enough, right? We know that if we want to shorten the line, we want to change hunger, we have to do other things. And one of those things that we've worked with some great partners is food as medicine, right? And you can look at food as medicine in two different ways. I look at food as medicine, that any food is medicine, right? That every person needs food to eat. But there's also food as medicine that's really medicine, right? So we're providing healthy, fresh produce. We're providing healthy proteins. And how do we do this? How do we affect people's lives that have high blood pressure and heart disease? Well, somebody says to us, well, why don't you work with health clinics? And we said, okay, let's do that, right? So with their partnership, right, we've opened pantries in health clinics, and we've worked with, I think we're at 4 different HQ8Cs, is that correct? Probably 5? And so that's just one way how we've changed what we've done over the years to help change people's lives. So it's not just anymore, it's not just going to your local food pantry, grabbing a box of food and getting that and leaving, right? So we've been able to make great inroads, and we hope to make further inroads into changing people's health by helping them change their diets, by them being able to eat healthy foods because they can't afford it in the grocery store, right? More so now than ever. One other thing, and then we're going to get on to a couple awards I'd like to say. After 40 years of doing what we do, sometimes we get some backlash, right? They say, well, there's still hungry people. The food bank, just not working because it's not pretty. It's not new and innovating. And I would say to that, we are innovating, right? This organization started 40 years ago, distributing 100,000 pounds. We're distributing 17 million pounds. We didn't create the hungry people, but we worked our butts off with the help of you to make sure those people had food on their tables. So our work might not be pretty, and to some people's mind it might not be new and innovating, but it's innovating. Backpacks for kids are innovating. Senior boxes are innovating. Food for people with fresh foods for people with heart disease and high blood pressure is innovating, right? It may not look pretty, right? But it's innovative. So we take offense when we hear, boy, there's still hungry people. We didn't create them. With your help, we're just feeding them, right? We're just trying to help them get through life. Nobody wants to be hungry. So I'll get off that tangent and get on to what we're here for tonight, right? I need to ask 4 people to come up front real quick. Deanne Smith with United Methodist Open Door. Jackie Carter. Jackie, are you still here? With Table of Hope. Mr. Jim Sheldon, can you come up here too as well? Right over here, Mr. Jim. And Bob and Lila Kiefer, you have to come up front. Now, we'll let everybody speak tonight except for Bob, because he would say really bad things about me. No, actually, they don't have to say anything at all, and I've kept Deanne longer than she needs to be, but we're going to start off tonight. We're going to do some awards, just because. And one of those awards is we're 40 years old. Deanne Smith, the Executive Director of United Methodist Open Door, and we are presenting her with the Longevity Award. She hasn't, but her agency is our longest running agency in the city of Wichita. And they actually, for those who were around when the board started this fiasco that we have today, it wasn't always easy, right? But they made it work. And so, Deanne, thank you for your support of our work and your service to the community. And it's just a little bowl with the food bank logo and some really cool looking M&Ms. So thank you so much for serving good stuff. You bet. So Jackie Carter has been, she hasn't been an agency as long as Deanne, but she's been a very vital agency to the work of the Kansas Food Bank. Their church, Table of Hope, is just right around the corner from us. I know Jackie, I don't think you're retired yet, are you? But she's retiring, and we would like to honor her for her service to the community and feeding our neighbors, not just in this neighborhood, but all across the city. And she does that not easy, right? I can remember when they started, we were like, this isn't ever going to work. You can't take food in a basement window and then make it come back upstairs without an elevator, but they do it every week, and they serve a lot of people. So Jackie, thank you so very much. You bet. Now, the next award we're going to give is to Mr. Jim Sheldon. Jim Sheldon, we are giving him our longevity award. Jim was a founding board member of the Kansas Food Bank, so let's give him a round of applause for that. And Jim is still a vital part of our work and a member of our board. Jim is great. He knows a lot about the food bank. We love having him around. He had no idea this was coming. And Jim, we appreciate everything you've done over the last 40 years. He was part of those arguments between the food bank and United Methodist Open Door when it all started.
It's all in the past. It's all in the past.
All right, Jim, thank you so very much. So this is one. So these two folks right here, we created an award a number of years ago. We called it the Don Award, and we handed it out and it's named after Don Marigard, a board member who volunteers a lot, and so we have what we call a Don Award, and it goes and it went to outstanding, and so that was the first one. We're changing the name a little bit tonight, and it's not a Don Award tonight because there's two folks receiving this award. It's the DOD Award. Is that spell? I'm not sure what that is for. Dedicated Outstanding Duo. Oh, it's written right here. Did you see that look I just got? So, Bob and Lila Kiefer, they come down here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They volunteer in here. They pack boxes for us. They sort salvage for us. They don't like the limelight, so I know come tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to pay for this. You won't? You're quitting?
You're not.
Oh, we're closed. I forgot. Well, you don't have any time off left.
I'll be back Monday.
Okay. So they have become such great partners in our work. When we shut this facility down for COVID, they were still part of our family. They came in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They volunteered. We all had our masks on. They are the most lovely people I honestly have ever met in my life. And we see them all the time. We couldn't do work without them. I bet you if I asked Bob, how many hours have you volunteered? Do you know?
What?
How many hours?
How many hours?
Yeah.
We're here a week.
No, total.
Total? No.
But here you go. Thank you so very much for your service and volunteering. Okay, well, I'll wrap this up. A big shout out and thank you to Dillon's for helping sponsor tonight's event. Intrust Bank for also helping sponsor tonight's event. I certainly hope you have enjoyed the food. If you haven't, please try it. Also like to thank Chef John Michael and Chef, is it Bree, is that correct? Students at Niche WSU Tech, is that right? Yeah. Unless I'm not going to pronounce this right, the last name is it? The last name? Yeah. All right. So thank Les Pazitsky and his students from the Riddler Institute of Culinary Arts for them being here tonight. I also want to thank Scott helped us put these together, and he is on our development committee. And so, Scott, thank you for all your work in making this happen tonight as well. Also, our friends from Cargill back in the corner over there, our folks from Cargill are always so great to us. As you know, their name's on the front of our building. Cargill cares, and they do care. So they're always there for us. And then one last shout out. Brad Cecil could not be with us tonight, but Brad Cecil Associates, we worked with them a long time. They're great partners of ours. If you receive our newsletter, they help us do that. I'm sure most of you have seen my name attached to a direct mail piece that says, please give us some of your treasures. They help us do all that. So thanks to Brad Cecil for doing that. Again, thank you very much for all of that. Now I'm going to go off script before I let Rebecca Rether speak. I need Debbie Kreitzman to come up to the front, please. This is not Debbie. This is not Debbie. Thank you. So Debbie doesn't know that we're doing this. I was able to keep this a secret. So I think Debbie now is the longest tenured employee besides me. She does so much for this organization. She doesn't get a lot of credit. The people in this organization knows what she does. She handles our senior boxes. She handles some of our grants. She handles some of this. She handles some of that. She tells Brian to shut up. She tells me where to be. But, Debbie, this is for your 15 years of service to the Kansas Food Bank. Food Bank Changemaker was presented to Debbie Kreitzman for your devotion to your work, your neighbors served, and changing the landscape of hunger. Your changing the landscape of hunger is unmatched. Thank you for 15 years of service. All right, I'm going to turn this over to Rebecca Rether is our board chair. She's going to wrap this up. I'm just going to say thank you, and then you can get back and make it over the bar and have some more food. Rebecca?
Brian, can I remind everyone?
What?
Remind them we have a little Coco Dolce.
They have a walk-away gift. Mine, when they leave, a Coca Dolce gift when they leave.
Okay, we have a gift for everyone, so make sure you get that before you go. And I promise I'm going to be a little quicker than Brian. Thank you so much for being here to help us celebrate 40 years.
The first
On behalf of the board, I would like to
contribution was
that Brian
$7,000.
As a board, we will continue to do everything in our power to help the Kansas Food Bank
Keebler
continue to
cookies.
move forward.
I was wondering, for some reason I had marshmallows in my brain. So those Keebler cookies.
But we also want to recognize and thank all of you who have given so much to ensure that no Kansan goes hungry. I want to recognize someone else without whom none of this would be possible. He is a hunger hero for all of us, and that is Brian, our fearless leader. He works tirelessly every day, and
I did not know this was happening.
I'd like to share a specific example. He has led 3 capital campaigns, the first for the building that we're currently in, and this beautiful volunteer center, and then the new Western Kansas hub in Garden City that was just opened this summer. He got us started with the Food for Kids program. This is our 20th year, if you can believe that. He has overseen relief to natural disasters from flooding in southeast Kansas to the tornadoes in Hayesville, Parsons, and Greensburg. Brian has encouraged steady growth in the number of pounds distributed year over year to meet the increasing need of our food insecure neighbors. As he mentioned, healthy food has been a focus for Brian. Not only are we feeding people, we are providing nutrient-rich foods, especially produce. And above all, if you know Brian, you know he cares deeply for others. For all those contributions and so many more, we want to express our appreciation to Brian and present him with this award to commemorate the Kansas Food Bank's 40th birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you again, everyone, for being here, and please enjoy the rest of our birthday celebration, and don't forget your take-home gift.